What's up guys, Rand Razor here with another tech video for you guys today, and today we will be checking out Nomad's new lineup of cases for the all new iPhone 14 series. So of course, without further ado, let's slice this open, slap it on the iPhone, and give you guys my quick in-depth review. So the first case we are going to check out from Nomad is their modern leather case. They're relatively the same as last year's model. MagSafe is now a standard feature of these cases, and new for this year, however, Nomad has introduced a new leather for this lineup. Alright, let's take a closer look at both these leather cases since they're very similar by looks, but there's a very distinct difference. So again, this one here is the Horween leather. And basically Horween leather is more like a traditional leather where it wears and tears to eventually develop this patina effect. What is a patina effect? This is a great example right here. This is the Nomad leather wallet that I got 5 years ago. And this is a bit of an extreme example because it's been 5 years, but this is Horween leather, same company from Nomad. This is the patina effect. It's like a sheen with a whole bunch of scratches and stuff on it, but it's designed to do that. One thing about Horween leather though is that it's super durable. You can see my wallet here has no rips or tears or anything like that. It's got a whole bunch of scratches on it, but that's part of the design and part of the look of Horween leather. This traditional leather here is a little bit more closer to basically what Apple uses on their own leather cases. It's leather that is designed to resist scratches and basically maintain this similar newer look versus Horween leather where it's supposed to develop that wear and tear look over time, but of course still maintain its durability. Aside from the leather, they are exactly the same case, same bumper, same frame, same MagSafe capabilities. So again, the biggest difference of course is just the type of leather, otherwise they do look very similar. One last thing I want to share with you guys before we slap the iPhone into the Nomad case. Here's a comparison between Apple's leather case here and Nomad's case. This one here is for the new iPhone 14 Pro series, just like the Nomad one. And aside from the Apple logo, everything else looks very, very similar. Protection wise though, I have to give the edge to the Nomad case because you have pretty much twice the thickness on the bumpers here because the Nomad one's made of rubber versus the Apple one here, which is basically a plastic frame wrapped in leather. So if you're concerned about drop protection, which is the main reason you want to buy a case, the Nomad one's definitely the better buy. Aside from protection, both cases offer MagSafe capabilities. They both have microfiber backs and both give you full access to all your ports and buttons and covers. So between the two, I mean, unless you really want the Apple logo, the better buy definitely has to be the Nomad modern leather case. Alright, so here is my brand new iPhone 14 Pro Max. I do have a rear glass protector on the camera lens as well as a front glass screen protector. Hopefully this case won't interfere with any of that, so I guess we're about to find out. Slides right in like so. Nice and snug fit. No issues with the camera, no issues with the front screen protector. We're set to go. So taking a quick overview of the Nomad modern leather case and what it has to offer. First off, it's a very, very nice snug fit. No issues with any loose edges or anything like that. Everything is nice and snug with the iPhone. And it's also a very slim case width-wise, so it's not going to feel like an extra brick in your pocket. So starting off at the top here, we do have an excellent amount of bezel protection. The rubber wraps around the entire border of the iPhone and lips just above my glass screen protector as well. Moving to the sides of the case here, we do have covers for the power button as well as the volume rockers and a little cutout here for the vibrate and ringer switch. The covers do work very, very well. Nice tactile feedback and very easy to press. On the bottom of the case, you have 3 individual cutouts for the stereo speakers, mic, and lightning ports. And last but not least here, we do have the back, which features this leather material that I showed you guys earlier and a precision cutout for the triple lens camera module. One thing I like about Nomad is that they didn't print a big logo on the back of their leather case. They kept it completely logo free, trademark free, which gives the back of the case a really clean, simple look. Now, if you're not a fan of this rustic brown color, you can also get this in a very nice black color as well, which matches really nicely with my space black iPhone. Alright, next up we got the Nomad modern leather folio case. So this is pretty much identical to the modern leather case I just showed you guys. The biggest difference, of course, is that this also includes a front leather flap. So here's what the Folio edition looks like for those of you who are a big fan of wallet style or folio style cases. The same leather that covers the back here wraps around the entire side and to the front flap here with this very nice added stitching around it. Just like the modern leather case, the Folio edition is offered in both rustic brown and this gorgeous black here as well. And on the inside here, you can see we got 3 card slots, as well as a larger compartment behind them all. And the entire back, as well as this piece here, is covered in this very nice microfiber lined material. Now there's a little accessory included with this case. So for those of you who want the flap a little bit more secured, you can actually tuck this piece inside this tiny little sleeve. So once you got that in, you can see here it is removable if you don't like it, but it's got a magnetic clasp on the end of here, so it attaches on the back. And now you have the front folio flap secured. So it's a pretty neat feature. I like how Nomad gives you the option if you want it or not. And it's pretty secure as well. So it's not something that's easily going to fall off. It has the same leather material as the rest of it and stitched very nicely around. So aside from the front flap here, everything else is same about this case compared to the first one I just showed you guys. So you have all the protective properties of the traditional modern leather case on top of that with a flap. Alright, the second last case Nomad has for us today is their new rugged case. So this is kind of their answer for people who want something that's a little bit more protective than their traditional cases. And wow, so this one's definitely, it's a thicker case, that's for sure, I can feel that. It doesn't have leather like the other ones do, but this one's purely designed for added protection. But it looks like you still get MagSafe built in, which is pretty neat, microfiber back liner. And the entire back here is like a smooth matte plastic finish. Pretty easy to install. Screen protector works, camera protector no issues, and we're set to go. So once you have this case on, you can already tell that it's a very chunkier case than the other ones here. Not by a whole lot, but definitely comparable to like an Otterbox Defender style thickness. Not quite as thick, but thick enough that you can feel it in your pocket as a brick. But overall, this one is rated at 15 feet of draw protection, whereas the other ones are rated at 10 feet of draw protection. So that added thickness does make a bit of a difference, since 5 feet of extra draw protection is pretty significant according to Nomad standards. Aside from the enhanced draw protection, this one is clearly more purely based on function than aesthetics. The leather ones certainly look a lot nicer. Maybe Nomad could have slapped some leather on the back here just to make it look a little bit more prettier, you could say, but otherwise this case is definitely geared towards more for draw protection than aesthetics. I do like the raised bumper guards here, so when you place your phone down like this, the camera lens, even my protector on here, everything is still recessed underneath the case. So the only thing that's going to touch, for example, the surface of a table is going to be these edge guards. Everything else is pretty much what you expect for Nomad compared to the other cases. Button covers for the power button, volume rockers, very easy to press, nice tactile feedback, cutouts for all your switches and ports, and of course the camera module. So everything else is pretty much the same as the other cases. So if you're looking for a little bit more protective case than their traditional modern leather cases that Nomad offers and don't really care for the leather, the Nomad rugged case is a great choice to go for those of you who want better draw protection. And one thing I realized I haven't showed you guys yet is removing these cases. All these cases are very easy to take off. I just take a microfiber cloth, pick a corner, pull one of the corners off, and once you got that done, pull the next corner off. Comes out easily like so. The last case that we have here is Nomad's sports case. So the sport case is pretty comparable to the modern leather case. It's a little bit more affordable than the leather ones for those of you who just want a traditional plastic style case. This one here is in like a light or medium gray, and it is available in a few other different colors. You still got a microfiber back, MagSafe compatible of course, and it pretty much shares the same features as the modern leather case minus the leather portion. However, this does have an upgraded feature, and that is these metal buttons. So these are separate metal pieces from the case, and just like the other buttons, you get a nice tactile feedback on them, but because they're metal, they almost feel like the actual buttons on the iPhone, which is pretty neat. I do also find the grips on the sport case a little bit better than the leather ones, particularly because it has an indentation here that provides a couple extra grips, so when you're holding the phone it just feels a little bit more grippier. Very similar to the rugged case that Nomad has here with that same indentation on the sides, something that the modern leather cases don't have. So it definitely has a little bit more grip than the leather models. Overall, if you want something a little bit more affordable compared to the leather models and you don't really care for the leather feature, then the sport case from Nomad is certainly an excellent choice. One last thing I didn't really get to demonstrate on all these cases is the built-in MagSafe. So here is Apple's own external battery charger with MagSafe built in. And you can see here, charges without any issues. In conclusion, guys, that is Nomad's lineup of cases for the all-new iPhone 14 series. Again, it's available in a couple of different leather options, as well as some colors, and some more affordable options with the sport case and rugged case here if you don't really care for the fancier leather features. Really like the quality of Nomad's cases, very comparable to Apple's own cases that they offer at a much more affordable price and better protection. So if you're looking for a high quality leather case for your brand new iPhone 14, 14 Pro or 14 Pro Max, you definitely can't go wrong with Nomad's lineup of cases for the all new iPhone. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Any questions or comments about the Nomad cases, let me know in the comment section there down below. Hit that like button, as always helps me out, and I'll see you all in the next video.